Ladies and gentlemen, this stream is now in session. Obi-Wan362, Gamer Along presiding. And welcome to some Persona 5 Royal. We continue our trek waiting for Haru to be sold off.
Nice.
We just did... I guess we just did the change of heart. Yeah, because we finished that and then we stopped immediately. So let's go get our massage from our sexy teacher later. And then we can go from there, figure out what we're gonna do tonight.
Hey. What?
She's requesting a massage? Fine. I mean, I train while working with Victoria. My skills are amazing. Right now, so just wait for me. Oh, I'll wait. I'll wait, Kawakami.
Well, does it feel good?
You are pretty well built despite your looks. Just your clothes make you seem thinner. Yep.
Master!
That should do it.
Oh!
Here we go.
See you later.
Overwork yourself, okay? Yes, ma'am. Alright, let's see. We've got Kawakami, who we've already spoken with. Mikechi, who's too good for us. Mishima. And Hawaii. I would say let's probably go with Hawaii, since it'll be useful to get him further along, get some gun modification options, especially since they seem to be so much more powerful in this game. Crap, what do I need for him? Hang Man, Arcana. Yeah, I've got Takamine Kata. Perfect.
Hi. Yeah. Well then.
Scratch away.
Oh man.
Middle,
Okay, come
right.
on.
Okay, fine. Technically, if you do it that way, then you're always scratching the one on the left.
Please, take your time.
Nakano Walker. Oh, sounds fancy. Duty I've got, I guess. Skidly-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Ba-doo-boo-boo. I'm a shapeshifter. You want to shop?
Yo.
Mainly because what I really want to do is I want to sell.
Okay.
Because we haven't sold treasures in a bit. It's been a hot minute.
You should be grateful. All right.
Also, can we customize Pumpkin Buster?
Sounds good. That's
But
a very
we need to
serious
get-
expression. Take your time and look around. You change your mind or something? Okay,
What's up?
come again.
Let's do some work. Alright, tell you about the shop. It's a piece of cake for gun enthusiasts like you, right? Me and Takamine Kata got this. If you're considered an employee, you won't seem suspicious coming in and out of the shop, right? If you get what I'm saying, bring the goods to the back.
Hey,
Hurry up and learn this stuff, kid. You gotta be able to start looking like an abnormal employee. So supposed to be running an honorable business here, you know. Oh, well, excuse me. Though honestly, the customers have been running a little thin lately. What? No one wants your toy guns? Some guy on the internet's been claiming all my goods are knockoffs. Pumpernickel, hey! What are you doing? Why are you pulling on that? What are you... Honey. Honey. I have a weird cat, everybody. I have a weird cat. Once you get a bad rap like that, it's really tough to shake it. Oh, I get it! Get how that is. Kid like you. Going through something similar? Guess you wouldn't be doing any of this if you weren't, huh? Don't give me any details, though. I don't want to know.
That's right.
Anyways, should probably fill you in on what's going on here since you'll be helping me out. But anything, the guy behind that rumor is Tsuda. You remember his name from the diner, yeah? Truth is, he's the second in command of the Shiba clan. Same clan I was in, back when I was part of the Yakuza. Like, I was just, like, throwing that out there. Like, I'm in high school, sir. Yakuza? Oh, no! I have to go. I always knew you were a thug. Knew it. You got some nerve. Anyways, Tsuda was my sworn brother back in the clan. I got some unsavory business going down with him now, though. Problem is, I'm a known quantity in the underworld. One bad step, I'd have guys crawling all over me. That's why I've got you around. You look normal, sure. But you got balls, kid. Makes you perfect for snooping on Tsuda. Makes you perfect for getting that Tsuda fed. Hope I ain't scaring you off with all this talk. Let's do it. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. We made a deal, didn't we? Idiot. But you know, got a bit of a soft spot for idiots like you. Anyways, you get the gist of what's going on now, yeah? You'll be working with that in mind. Expect a lot from you, kid.
You should be grateful.
Oh, and I'll add to the special menu. Thank you for getting that info from me the other day. Not 100% sure how guns inflicting ailments works. Like, in universe, the concept for it. Because, like, the guns work because they look real, so the cognition can't tell them apart. But, like, what did you have to do to a gun to make the cognition be like, that's going to cause me to be shocked, as in electrocuted? Like, I don't understand the concept. Hello?
What's the meaning of this?
Huh? I told you to stop coming around here. But he one of yours? Keep your mouth shut. This ain't none of your business. Alright, just go home and study, Kaora. Kaoru? 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 Kaoru. I don't know. Guidance exam's coming up, remember? Alright. Make Google how to pronounce that name. Guess I'll be going then.
Yeah.
That's Kaoru, my son. He's always asking me if he can help out here. Always worrying about what I'm getting up to. I probably shouldn't be telling a kid like you about this. You mean since we're the same age? Well, you're gonna head home for today. Nice work, kid. Thanks, Gun Dad.
Later.
Oh. Listen, Igor, honey, I would like to sleep in my own bed the whole night through, just once.
Looks like we made a great miscalculation, inmate.
Where?
Contrary to our assumptions, it seems you have turned out to be quite promising.
Thank you?
Your powers continue to grow, as do the relationships you hold with your contractors. It seems the rehabilitation is proceeding at a fine rate.
I mean, we did just... You know, it's going well, is it? Is it
You
Igor?
are quite the cautious one.
I try to be.
Allow me to warn you on one matter.
Get the
Being
Black
at the
Mask.
peak may mean you are mere moments from your downfall. Unexpected situations are necessary in a game, after all.
Poor Morgana.
That dream again.
Vex, welcome to the courtroom. How are you doing? I mean, yes, we do stream video games here, so.
What the hell? I'm human. I have to be.
You don't have to be.
There's no way I was born like that.
Why not?
I won't let myself get worked up over some dream.
I think it's ironic because, not only because we have Morgana here who swears to be human. She's having dreams of being born as a shadow. And then in Persona 4 we had Teddy, who was basically a shadow. Until he became a real boy.
I'm sure everything will be clear if we can get to the depths of mementos.
Yeah, you're good, Vex. I appreciate you hanging out, regardless. That was a good jump, Pumpernickel. Can't wait for his public apology. Just execute everyone who causes trouble for society. That seems excessive. Maybe they could take down my boss. Politicians who knock the fam thieves are just sore losers. What about Akechi-kun? Is he too afraid of backlash to comment? Yes. Should be.
Well then.
Now I wait, like usual. This is not an excuse to slack off. We should still use our time wisely.
Well then.
Home shopping! Oh gosh. Everyone's like, yo, what is up, my homie? Pumpkin ghost set. Lantern necklace and pumpkin soup. Ghost repellent set.
Hey, hey!
Pumpkin ghost set, obviously. Don't say what, Vex. I don't know what you're talking about. Everything's fine here. No, thank you. How are you? It's a real job. I have a real job. I'm an essential employee.
Well then.
We get to do work every other week from home. Okay, so Makoto's wanted us to hang out for a bit. Futaba wants us to hang out. Yusuke wants us to hang out. We have a hermit. He has to get a little further into Futaba. That sounds wrong. Active support. Yeah, getting that would be nice. No, it's not very often, but... He's not available today. Coach is rank 5. We can get her to rank 6, which gives us Harrison recovery, but... Yusuke, poor Yusuke is way, way down there. Both Takame and Ryuji are both rank 9, so we just have to hang out with them and we're done with them. So we shouldn't worry too much about them. No, I mean, that's probably true. GameStop up 35% after Robinhood lifts buying restrictions. Also, if anybody needs a Webull referral, I will apparently get 3 stocks right now. If you wanted it. What are you doing, Cat? I hear you. That's fine. That's your stretching post. So I'm just saying, next time Dogecoin goes up to 5 cents, I'm selling. And then buying it back when it drops again. Alright. Probably try Webull. Well, there's a referral link in the Discord. I will happily take your free stocks. Once your taxes are on, I mean, any involvement you do now is gonna go on next year's taxes, but I assume you just mean so you don't have to deal with both at the same time, which is fair.
Hi.
See, I'm still waiting on.
Well then.
I'm still waiting for
Oh man.
state to issue my W-2.
Oh man. Okay. Come on.
That's fair. It's kind of where I'm at. Is I'm like to get taxes done before figuring out, because I'm like, I need to start putting some money into savings. Wells and I have been talking about that, but like I need to find time to do it. I should really get Yusuke further along, but I don't really use him. Let's go with Futaba. I like Futaba. I like all of them, that's not the point. But I guess I just respond to the text. So, yeah. What's the plan for today? Have you decided? I'm feeling kind of anxious, so I came outside LeBlanc. Let me know what's up. I don't care what it is. Just want to know. Just want to do your thing. Roger that. Futaba is great, but again, I can't see Futaba in a non-platonic way. Grand Kingdom characters would say to the moon. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. Oh my gosh, guys, we were destined to ride the stock train. No. It's called tax season because it's just the time leading up to, when it's the time when employers start issuing the W-2s, issuing all the tax paperwork for you, leading up to when taxes are normally due. I believe, you can double check me on this, but I'm 95% certain that your taxes are just based off of the previous calendar year. So like and it's based on whatever your status was at the end of the calendar year. So if you had nothing in stocks prior to January 1st, there shouldn't be any implications for you this tax cycle, this filing that you have to do here in a couple months. It will be for next year that it will matter. Correct. Yeah, if you didn't even open an account until this year, you won't have to worry about any of that until
Oh.
you shouldn't have to worry about that until next year. I think it's accurate.
Welcome.
Like, obviously, if you have any doubts or concerns, I would recommend doing some research for yourself, but
What do you
I'm
want?
almost certain that is how that works. Moondongo! Panic, welcome to the courtroom. How are you doing? Anhab, why couldn't you have brought up the fact that our Grand Kingdom characters used to say to the moon back when we were trying to get Dogecoin to go to the moon? We could have been playing that sound clip every time.
Nothing to do.
Well, we've done all we can. Now we wait. Exactly, Vex. And so, like, it is completely responsible for you to start off by figuring out what you're gonna, any potentials that you might owe for this year, before getting into the investment scene further. Yeah, no. It's promiseless time. Kambanda. Hang out with Futaba.
All right.
Time to formulate our plan of attack. Get in there. Go, go! So the next promise is... learn about my generation. Wait. I think I could do this the next one too. Have a normal conversation with a stranger my age. Both at the same time. Where can I find lots of young people?
All right, let's go.
Well, ain't no time like the present. Come on, let's go.
Uh-huh.
Wow, you guys have actually started getting pretty close. Not like that's a bad thing, though. Wait, be careful out there. Oh, Soji. Sojiro. So we've arrived at the diner. I've heard all about the unlimited fountain drinks at these places. Well, where are they? I don't see them anywhere.
Hi.
Kurusu? What? Go away. Oh crap, you're with a girl? Yes. Gosh, I swear. Mishima. He's just, I just can't with him. Is this a friend of yours? Friend might be a bit much.
Oh, that's right.
How about I ask him to help with my promise?
Hmm?
What promise? Mishima gets raked into everything. Well... you just want to have a regular old conversation? So wait, you're saying that you, a girl, want to talk to... me? Mishima
Yeah.
faints. I see. In that case, I guess I don't have a choice. Nope, none whatsoever. I'll just have to help you out.
Really?
You're so nice. He's so desperate, Futaba. He's so desperate. Sweet baby Mishima. My name is Futaba Sakura, and don't you forget it. Okay. Jeez, Mishima. I'm Yuki Mishima, but everyone just calls me Mishima. Most people refer to people by only one of their two names. That is just fact of life. Seems like help always comes my way when I need it most. Maybe my luck stat's really high. Good. Oh, she's so great. I think you're right. Heck yeah. Probably roll a natural 20 right now if you ask me to. Look, I'm just saying, D&D with Futaba would be a trip.
Let me see.
So you want to learn more about our generation? That'll be easy to explain. Well, sure. It's not a question of whether you would date Futaba. It's whether or not you would out loud say, wait, you, a girl, wants to talk to me? That's not a thing you say out loud. That is an inner monologue that you have, but not a thing you say out loud. Signed, super awkward, nerdy dude who's now married. Yep. Better, gosh dang it, Unhab. Better watch out, Vex, or Machinima's gonna get in your way. Youth, the unknown frontier. Okay, so there's this thing called twerking. There is an ambulance here. Maybe I should try talking about my hobbies. No one cares about your hobbies. Do you like computers? Futaba's going to murder you.
Yes.
I'm always online. Don't say it out loud. You're gonna have to, like... I'm trying to think if there is a tone or a level of confidence that would make it okay to say out loud. One day you'll figure out how cute girls are out. Look, I mean, same. That's not the point. The only way I've managed to speak with attractive people is being forced into interactions with them and having no other choice. Like, it was do or die, and I chose not to die. Those were my only times where it's worked. That said, do we need to have like a seminar for everybody? Things you don't say. Literally anything that Mishima has ever said. Me too! Sites you use. Should keep to forums myself. Or are you into streaming? Glad I subscribed to your channel. Mishima, maybe you should subscribe to Obi-Wan362 Gamer at Law on Twitch.tv. Or onto my YouTube channel, which hosts all the VODs for all the streams. YouTube.com/Obi-Wan362. That's right, I have a custom URL for my YouTube channel because it was the olden days and they just let anybody have those things. Wait, did you by chance run one of those racy channels? Okay, you have got to calm your face holes. You need to be super courageous to do that, though it certainly wouldn't be unwelcome. Okay. Don't say that out loud. I hope are you taking notes, Vex? Are you taking notes? Whoa. First time I've heard anyone actually say that out loud, Keck. Huh? That's all you took from that conversation? Be happy that's all she took from that conversation.
I see.
Oh, I've got it. It's overwhelmingly forgettable appearance, generic speech style, and total lack of sex appeal. Nishima, are you an NPC? Boom. 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 Mamma Mia is definitely tier 3 sub to Pokemon. He was also almost assuredly... Oh, I lost her name. Oh, he was almost assuredly used to be sub to Bella Delphine before she got kicked off the platform. Look, Panic. Both of those options are better than Mishima. Never be the Mishima option, alright? He tries. I give him credit. He tries. But he's failing. Don't... If you can at all help it, don't imitate Mishima. I don't think I've ever actually watched Pokemon. It's not too bad. Just... Yeah. Also... Are you an NPC? Is super meta, but also super hilarious. He's not the protagonist. But I guess I don't know why that's more points. Like, I don't know why that's more points, but... Really? Yep. Most protagonists of their own stories are not actually all that effective. Huh? I guess you can't judge a book by its cover.
All right.
I'm glad you spawned here. Killed 2 promises with 1 Nishima today. I don't know that you actually learned about your generation. I think you learned about a member of your generation. Yeah, that I'm aware of. I mean, but you could still be the protagonist. It's just your story is a comedy. You could be both the comic relief and the protagonist as long as your story's a comedy. Look at Cells at Work or Fairy Tail or most anime. Like, a lot of them have a protagonist who is also comic relief. So you're really just the protagonist of an anime story. Panic is an anime. Fact. And gained a ton of XP on this adventure. And it's all because you brought me here, Kira. Thanks. Okay, Mishima, you can leave now. Shoot. Shoot. It has been determined. Let the record reflect. This court now regards Panic as an anime.
All right.
Tell me how... Let's be honest. Panicked Lizard? That's a name for an anime. So, Futaba-chan, it's okay if I call you, right? I'm a little embarrassed. Anyway, what are you doing after this? Going home.
Yes.
Oh, right.
All right. Let's do
I
it.
love her. Come on, Kira, we're off. Ahoy! I did awesome today, huh? I mean, I cleared 2 goals in 1 day. That's not all. On my way home, I found a lost thing in the street, so I dropped it off at the police station. I'm a completely different person now, and we're getting scared of the police. Come on, tell me I'm cool. You did great. However, I'm annoyed that Ding level up is not worth more points. It doesn't make any sense that it's not worth more points. For some reason, it's not. Man, I love when people tell me I did good. Though I basically just left the thing on their doorstep. I wasn't actually talking to anyone in there. But I left a note and stuff, so still. Mission complete, basically. Compared to the police, Nishima was nothing. It's like the first gym leader. At current level, I can easily befriend an NPC like Nishima. And... never mind. Anyhow, thanks again for today. Time to make like a tree. And bark.
Ah, you're back.
Hey, inmate.
I forgot about your special assignment, have you? Better not be waiting long. We're waiting in front of our door. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. The peeing. So much peeing. Father has been acting a little odd lately. He's been cooped up in his study and his voice lacks energy. That actually sounds quite similar to what Madarame went through. Madarame still had a change of heart in the end. Don't worry, Haru. Is that so? Oh, my apologies. Didn't mean to doubt you or anything. Nobody was accusing you of that. People just act a bit weird after the treasure gets stolen. It'd be hard not to worry about such a sudden shift. Futaba knows all about it. Yeah, I really gotta thank you again for helping back then. What are you doing after this? See, going home. Look. If the world was an anime, the world is an anime, alright? There are heroes, there are villains, there are really weird plot lines. Like... To be fair, what Futaba did felt calculated and real. The trick is, Enheb, going home is a great way to get out of it. You gotta, see, you just have to, things like that. What are you doing after this? If you want an out, your answer is going home. If you want it to continue, the answer is, I don't have any plans. And it's that distinction. It's just like you gotta. I don't know how I feel about. I'm not qualified to be running this workshop. I dated four people, and I'm married to the fourth one. Like, I'm not qualified to run this workshop. Though I was friend-zoned for a long time from this one, so, you know. Obi teaches. I'm not. Nope. Feel better now after consulting with you all. Thank you.
Looks like this Okumura case is finally going to have a happy ending.
Oh, but
All
it's
that we have
not.
to do now is wait for his change of heart.
Also, we're talking about how... I mean, there's nothing wrong with being either awkward or nice. Being nice is great. Being mean is rude. You shouldn't be mean. But there are means by which to get your points across without being mean. Because I prefer not to be mean to people either, but, you know, sometimes it's necessary.
Hey, hey!
Want an exam? Yes. What? Sorry. That was private. Let's see here. Okay, so Futaba wants to go to a movie. Why and Yoshida are available? We have to do Yoshida because he's time sensitive. I don't know how much time we have left. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember if it's after this. I want to say it's after this. I hope it's not after this palace is done because I don't think we have enough time to finish him then. But yeah. It's peanut butter politician time. Oh, wait! We didn't go get our Oju from... the upside down, the under... I came up with everything other than downstairs. You people in your uwus.
Hey, what do you
You
want?
kids and your uwus. Oh, nope, that's for knowledge. My knowledge is max. I don't need your nonsense. I am an erudite. How dare you offer me knowledgeable beverages? Alright. Have fun, Vex. Still be here for a bit. I have some of your time today. You can consider this a formal request. Yes, please don't drown. Something scheduled after the speech, and I'd like you to come. Gosh, dang it, Panic. See, the problem is, Panic, when you're not here, quotes almost never get written down. It's like there's a benefit to you being here, but also got a Thunderbird. Over immediately. be meeting someone at the sushi restaurant. Hope you can make it. I'm a shapeshifter! Airport masquerade! However, the government's overall approval rating is dangerously low.
Yes.
And be sure to proceed with caution. I think they know how they work, I think they just don't do them. Considering that the grandson of my former teacher is showing me such kindness. Yes, well, I'd like to discuss a personal matter. Allow me to be frank. Okay, I thought your name was Benzo, though. Hey! So, I've never been more annoyed and also wanted to be like, you know what, good job. Then I was in a conversation with someone in law school at one point, and we were talking about something, and I was just like, his name was Frank. And I was like, look, let's just be frank here. And he's like, I'm always frank. And I was like, well, I'm done. I'm out of this. I can't. I just stopped talking. I just stopped, looked at him, and was like, all right, I'm out. Done. There's no coming back from that. There's no coming back from having a discussion with someone named Frank and being like, well, let's be frank. There's no coming back from it. I'll be running for my grandfather's seat in the coming election. I see. Well, congratulations. I held a low-level position in the party's executive office, but I'm new to candidacy. So I was hoping you could educate me on how to run an election campaign.
However,
well, I was planning on running myself. I don't believe that I'm qualified to teach you. Oh! Where did my chat go? Where did my chat go? Are you there? Is everybody there? Did I disconnect for a minute? I see your typing, Panic. Okay. I just looked over and it was like connecting to chat room, and I was like, oh. Going to teach you. Probably not, but. Heard that you've been working harder than anyone these past 20 years. Well, I did have a lot of free time after I lost the election. Study is all an amateur can do. Amateur? You're a veteran, if anything. Besides, you've experience beyond experience teaching him, right? What? Also, this game is currently the reason Bubbles and I are getting sushi tonight. I'm just saying. It has been ordered. Reputation has greatly improved around the executive office recently. I'm sorry, Panic. Panic, the next time we're in Tejas, because you're outside of Houston, is that right? Because look, all Bubbles wants is to go back to the mall there in Houston and get some conveyor belt sushi. That's all she wants. So when we go down there for... What was the con we were going to go down there for before the world ended? I don't remember what it was. Comic Palooza, that was it. When we come down for Comic Palooza, whenever the world is done ending, we'll go and we will get some conveyor belt sushi. And it will be delicious. Improved on the executive office recently. My grandfather's expressed his intent on making peace with you now. Be happy to bear the hatchet with Mr. Kuramoto? I'm not worthy to join his group again. Thought you would find these conditions favorable. So I ask that you keep what I'm about to tell you a secret.
You.
Sorry, could you give us a moment, Chris-kun? No. No, I'd like for your favorite pupil to hear this too. Look, I'm all about the meetup. We were gonna meet when we went to Kankapalooza, and then again, everything died. What rank are we on? Wait a moment. Is your plan to involve him so that I can't decline? Yes. I simply trust his discretion. Okay, I've been watching House of Cards. I know what you're doing. Kuramoto Group is planning to move forward with a political realignment. Are you saying that you're going to secede from the Liberal Co-Prosperity Party? Names are too long. The government in a weakened state. Now's our chance. As such, I want to emphasize our unity.
I see.
We must become united. We cannot let this divisive rhetoric from the other side continue. No, I will not take responsibility for my actions. Sorry. Back to Persona. So you've come to me, a former member of the Kuramoto children. My views differ from those of the Kuramoto group. I don't intend on changing them. I understand. However, you won't be able to put those beliefs into action if you don't get elected. Kurusuke, could you talk some sense into him? You'll benefit as well. I'm sorry, what? You should decline. Think so too. You're not intimidated even by the grandson of a big-time Diet member. I can't deal with the fact that your party is called the Diet, or that the thing is called the Diet. Like, I know I can feel, there's like on the edge of my brain, on the edge of my tongue, there is so many puns that can be made, but like I just can't finish formulating any of them. I appreciate your offer, but I must respectfully decline. So you're okay with being no good Tora forever? Rude! That's Mr. Yoshida to you, Benzo. Kurusuke. Looks like you chose the wrong politician to follow. Maybe. But it's not for you to decide. None of these answers made a difference. Try to understand that he has his own beliefs. And yours are poopy. My apologies. I made a slip of the tongue. And in front of your secretary, no less. Don't need an answer right away. If you want to show deference to my grandfather, please let me know. I already took care of the bill, so enjoy. Now, if you'll excuse me. Hey! Hey, Yoshida! Oh, okay, you ate your sushi. I was like, you had a full block there a second ago. Or just the one, you at least had the one on the end. What's the point in getting elected if it means sacrificing your beliefs? I bet when push came to shove, Kuramoto-kun intended to lure you in. Probably didn't expect me to remain so calm after he showed his trump card. I feel surprisingly at ease whenever you're with me, like that time with Matsushita.
I apologize.
Truly indebted to you for all you've done for me, but I must ask that you continue to help.
All right.
You know, from the way he was acting, I'd swear Kuramoto-kun was hiding something.
Let's say we go home.
Ah, my apologies. We're done eating, so let's go home. Yeah, tonight I got a fire dragon roll, I think is what I ordered. What did I order? It sounded delicious. I don't know what that means. My charm has increased. It's a shame it's maxed out already. How about you let me do kindness instead? Ah! Murder! Nope, that one's just the... Here's the receipt. Yeah, I got a fire dragon roll. It's like a... They said it was an inside-out roll? I don't know what that means exactly. But it sounds tasty.
Well then, I'll see you again.
Okay, we need 3 more sessions with him. Very basic sushi. Avocado and cucumber not allowed. See, I like the fancy ones.
What? Excuse me, but could you please repeat that?
So like I prefer like the fancy rolls. But Bubbles really likes the simple nigiri? Inari? Whatever.
Now, nothing's been decided as of yet.
But I also don't like cream cheese. I don't like cream cheese with my sushi. It's weird. Like, I don't like California rolls.
But at the rate that things are going, Yoshizawa-san's honor status could possibly be revoked.
How about you shut your face, you middle-aged teacher nobody's ever seen before?
Something so serious should, of course, be brought to the attention of both her parents and yourself.
I mean, Bubbles also likes sashimi. But isn't sashimi just the fish? Look, I don't know. I don't know terminology. I like the fancy ones, alright? It's got crunchy bits on it, and eel sauce, and ugh. Jump! Welcome to the courtroom. How you doing?
I've been told that her results at the latest meet were quite laudable.
Yeah, she did great.
Isn't revoking her status as an honor student a bit of an overreaction on the school's part?
I understand how you feel, but, well, third place doesn't really cut it in this case.
Are you Igor? You sound like Igor.
She needs to attain first place results for her exceptional status to be worthwhile.
No, you're good, Jump.
Don't get me wrong here. Personally, I think her results are impressive, but I suppose the argument could be made that if she's going to represent Shujin and receive special treatment, it's not enough.
I will kick you in the face.
Please don't shoot the messenger here, okay?
Shoot him.
This is necessary to guarantee fairness across the entire student body.
Shoot him!
It's not as if you've been expelled or the like. Another meet's coming soon. Please try for the results the school wants to see.
Sir, putting excessive expectations on Yoshizawa-san will only be to her detriment.
Yeah, Maruki, tell him.
Oh, that wasn't at all my intention. I just wanted to give her a little encouragement.
You wanted to freak her out, you...
Dr. Maruki, please continue serving the student body as counselor and providing support to Yoshizawa-san. This meeting was merely meant to express how the entire faculty will be supporting her.
By threat... Here,
That's the reason I had you sit in today, Dr. Maruki.
just gonna... in his face. In his face hole.
Supporting her. I see.
At any rate, that's all I wanted to discuss with you today. Please keep in mind, these changes are all hypothetical, unless Yoshizawa-san doesn't provide better results.
So they're not hypothetical. They're current plan. Piece of crap.
Well, I suppose we should wrap up here.
Hypothetical until they aren't. Hey, Hey, Ribbon.
Excuse me.
What's wrong with Yoshizawa?
Can we go talk to her?
Did she seem off to you?
Can we go check on her?
Oh, it's... Yoshizawa must have dropped it.
We have to go give it to her. That's her charm.
Shoot, she's gone. Let's return it after school.
What do you mean she's gone? It's early morning. She's still here. Find her.
We should at least send her a text so she knows where it is.
Maybe I left it in here.
Huh. How did Yoshizawa-san handle the news?
Oh.
She seemed pretty downcast. I think it was quite the shock to her.
I think you're Igor.
I truly hope this is what finally drives her to succeed. She needs to push herself beyond third place and bring home some stronger results. And soon.
Oh, well, you're a terrible person, too.
Yes, Principal, I know I've already told you this, but your approach here is going to affect her adversely. Trying to motivate her with harsh words is only going to give her more anxiety.
Dr. Maruki, we aren't running a charity.
You're
If
running
she's
a
going to receive
school.
special treatment. She needs to provide adequate results.
You mean you're not running a charity? You're running a school! Like, get the F out of here.
Praising her until her head swells may be your idea of therapy, but we can't afford to just butter her up forever.
Here's the thing that doesn't make any sense with this. It made sense when she was failing. But now, after the last meet, she's now gotten to where she did better. She's improved. She came in third. And so instead of saying, okay, look, there's progress, you've said, but not enough.
We took in those sisters to improve Shujin's standing, but at this rate, we're only going to end up suffering for it. Not only have we lost one of them, but the other one's not doing us any good. Talk about a waste of effort.
Oh.
Sir. Oh, pardon me. But there's no denying. First with Mr. Kamoshida, now the principal's death. We've got our backs to the wall here.
I hate these guys.
Huh. If this school doesn't bounce back soon, even my own ass will be on the line.
Good! I don't like you either.
That'll be all. Excuse me.
At least Maruki is trying.
I just cannot understand.
To be honest, I'm fed up with how happy people have been acting. Stealing hearts, social reform? Don't give me this Phantom Thieves nonsense. It's all so unscientific. I mean, how could they target Big Bang Burger and Akuma Foods? The criminals! That artificially consummate flavor, enough volume to fill a small universe. The Phantom Thieves trying to steal the galaxy of junk food from me?
You.
That said, Kurusu-kun. Perhaps you think you understand how vast the universe is, full of countless galaxies, but consider this. If we use 3 watermelons in the sun to visualize a certain matter's size against the universe's, what are the melons? What? To visualize a certain matter's size against the universe. People? I assume? Stars, really? Oh, no, I see what it is now. Okay, I understand. I was misreading the question.
This is it. That's it.
Huh. I expected as much from you. It's meant to convey the density of stars and the vastness of space. 3 Bs in the whole of Europe also works. In other words, the universe is essentially empty. There are countless stars in the sky, but the universe is even more vast than that. Even within our own galaxy, the stars are separated by a great distance, despite the sheer volume of them in the visible. Oh my gosh, that was weird.
Nice going.
You did it. Maybe it made you earn some kindness. No, just knowledge? Well, screw that. Close, but yet far. You could say the same of our hearts. If you only knew the places we've been. Sky. No, I want kindness. Oh, my pants are peeing.
Hello? Senpai? I'm sorry. I just now noticed that you tried to reach me. My smartphone seems to be acting up again. You found my good luck charm, right?
Are you talking to me from inside a swimming pool? What is happening with your phone? Where are you? Yeah.
Odaiba, in front of the stadium, where we met before.
She's at the stadium?
Why do you sound like this?
Senpai, sorry, I can't hear you.
I guess her signal cut out. I couldn't hear everything, but it seems like she's at the stadium. She seemed to be acting unusually this morning, too. Do you think something happened?
Probably. I'm worried about her. Let's go
Me
find
too.
out.
When we met her there last time, she did mention that she goes there when she's depressed. Well, let's see how she's doing when we drop off her good luck charm. To Odaiba, right?
To Odaiba.
No connection. I should have gotten this thing replaced already.
Love her so much.
I'm so useless.
You're not
I do nothing
useless.
but cause trouble for Senpai, and even Dr. Maruki. I'm supposed to be the Kasumi Yoshizawa.
Come on, I want to get a parfait.
Yeah, just a sec. I'm looking up a spot right now. It's supposed to be somewhere around here.
Ugh, you've gotten us totally lost. I don't recognize any of these places.
This woman seems like a delight.
What's that building even supposed to be, anyway?
I think they're building some kind of convention center. Or was it a research lab?
There's a sign on the side of the
What's it
building.
matter anyway?
It's not a lab, it's a stadium.
Does the sign say? It's right there. Rhythmic Gymnastics World Championships. Boom. Oh! Anime! It's anime time.
Beginning navigation.
What? What? Yo!
Hey, is that...
Yo!
What the...
What the indeed?
This atmosphere... Is this a palace? But we never activated the nav. Wait. Do you think it was Yoshizawa?
Jump! Like, I expected there to be a palace linked with her in some way, but I expected it to not be before we've technically finished with Haru's. She came in too?
That's very likely. She wasn't anywhere near us when we slipped into this palace. She can't fight like we do. We have to find her. Fast.
Maybe she can fight. Don't underestimate her. Okay. First, we need a way into that huge thing.
Let's go.
Area heading down past these gates seems suspicious to me. Let's go, Joker.
I can feel it.
Come on, cat. Alright, cat. Let's see where we're going. I don't think Yoshizawa is here. Can we get any further in? Door might be our only option. Let's go check it out. Wait, what happened? Yeah, this is great. This better be on the Persona 5 R vinyl that I'm getting. Y'all, there's pigeons in here.
I can see it.
Y'all, have you seen these pigeons? This place is dope. Guys, so, in the new Minecraft server, we're gonna build this palace, right?
I have something.
Next time I'm supposed to try this door, right? Assume this door is locked, and then I have to go find that other way up and around. Yeah. I'm good. We'll have to find another way. Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, you did see me start walking that way, right? Like, it's so clean.
Focus. I can see it.
Who's there?
Oh.
Was that Yoshizawa?
Let's move.
Stay on guard, though.
Lots of metal and glass. That'll be great.
Why? How are you here?
Cute. Cute.
Who's that? Is she a cognitive being?
It's my fault. What?
Come on.
You must. Kasumi. Stop! Stop it!
Oh. Oh.
You must.
That wasn't good.
Hurry! Yoshizawa's in trouble!
Heresy!
All I have is the cat to help me?
You dare to spurn our Lord's mercy!
What? The frick are you?
Yoshizawa?
Are you hurt?
That voice. Senpai?
Shh.
Looks like that thing's ready to rumble.
Let's dance.
Accept yourself. Our Lord laments the foolishness birthed from your pain.
It's a Persona 2 shadow? That's cool.
What are you talking about?
I heard the school moved her exam period. Must be nice getting perks like that. Where are these voices? Her whole I'm not bothered routine really pisses me off sometimes. Getting special treatment is like whatever if it's deserved. But do you think she's earned it?
I understand how you feel, but, well, third place doesn't really cut it in this case. She needs to attain
Yeah,
first
with the
place
distortion, you can even more hear
exceptional
that
status to be
it
worthwhile.
sounds like Igor.
Not only have we lost one of them, but the other one's not doing us any good. Talk about a waste of effort.
I've had enough of this.
Kasumi?
Yoshizawa?
Yeah?
You're telling me I'm not cutting it? As if I don't know that better than anyone!
Oh.
Still, I don't care what anyone says about me.
Oh.
I will not tolerate anyone speaking ill of our dream!
Show them. Show them all, Kasumi.
It's all in your best interest.
Oh.
Filling my life with this pressure. Demanding the results that you want.
Yoshizawa? Could she be?
And now you're all branding me a failure? Let
Oh.
me remind you who you're talking to. I am Kasumi Yoshizawa!
So adamant.
Oh.
Rather than accept a life in cinders. You strive towards splendor. You know the risks.
Oh.
Well, if those really are the shoes you've chosen, then we'll dance to the end.
This has got to be...
Huh? Wait. What's happening? Is she a magical girl?
Look at that!
I am thou.
Look, no one else got to have a magical girl transformation, alright?
The spell cast upon you.
I request we have a rematch. This time, I'm going all in with Cendrillon!
We'll show you the way to do this. Nothing too reckless, okay?
Cool.
Thank you. Please do. Persona!
Oh, light. A Veil of Midnight.
Cendrillon!
It's time. Go down.
It's kind of to be assumed, but I think he blocks everything but light.
It's too hot! Let's dance! Show them, Cendrillon! Fine.
Let's go.
Right. I have to be on her. You missed Animu, Vex. You missed Animu.
Persona!
Oh, do I have a way to heal? Or burn? Nope, I have a lot of ways to heal all the other things.
Feel it! Ravage them!
It's burning hot.
Persona!
There we go, persona stats. Apt pupil. This is chance of critical.
Let's finish this!
Who's next?
Persona!
It's despair, isn't it? Yeah.
Kikuri Hime! Alright.
That was a fear. Either way.
Thank you so much!
Use that rapier.
Come! Alright.
Persona! I'll finish you! My power! Persona!
End him. You look great.
Hey, are you alright? I can't be weak anymore.
Jump. You're not wrong, though.
Whoa! I'm quite impressed, considering how you just awakened to your persona and all.
So, since we're here, I do have to ask the question. Does this occur once you finish the Akumura Palace, or does this occur on this day? Vex, what do you mean? It happens on this day? Huh.
Senpai, right?
Yup.
I knew it. By the way, why are we dressed like this now?
It's complicated. It's a really long story.
Well, of course. This has to be awfully confusing for her.
So it's moved a day back if you send the calling card. Ah.
Looks like they found us. Time to get out of here, quick. We can explain later.
Let's escape together, shall we?
Right.
Alright, so. Awesome.
Oh, we're back at... Huh? My clothes changed back to normal too.
Yeah, they do that.
This was your location before you entered the metaverse. We all just came back.
Came back?
Yeah.
Did we go somewhere?
Good.
About that.
It's complicated. Mm-hmm.
Please, tell me anything you might know about what's going on. I need to know what just happened to me.
I know how you feel, but...
I also love that she has a rapier. She's like... Bubbles! Bubbles, you just missed Kasumi time! You missed Kasumi awakening to her persona. It was all very Sailor Moon.
What should we do? Yeah, you're right.
Granted, I don't think Bubbles has ever seen Sailor Moon. I know you had friends who watched, but don't think you ever really did.
Okay, I'll tell you everything from the beginning.
Thank you.
Yeah.
A metaverse with palaces and personas.
Like, it needed to, like, have a time skip to be like evening, because it's gonna take a while.
I'm sure it's not easy to wrap your head around all of this in one go.
And she's like, no, I get it.
Normally I wouldn't believe any of that, but after seeing it all for myself... But wow, you're so good at explaining things, Mr. Kitty.
I'll let that last part slide this time. But isn't there something else that should be surprising you?
The fact that you talk, or...
Huh? A cat's talking?
Took you long enough. And I am not a cat. I am Morgana.
Vex, I think the issue is people have pointed out, I think it was even stated, because we were discussing it before, there was some notion that P5S was just a sequel to Persona 5 Vanilla. Which is dumb. They should have made it based off Persona 5 Royal, so that we could have Kasumi, but I'm bitter.
I see.
Who am I going to trade out for Kasumi?
Well, since you seem to know a lot more about this than I do, maybe I should call you Morgana-senpai.
Cute.
Oh, that's right. Don't you have something for her?
You dropped this earlier.
You came all this way to return this? Thank you so much.
No, but also kinda. I feel so bad for Haru, though.
You didn't seem your usual self this morning. Did something happen?
Well, I didn't get a chance to tell you yet, but I got 3rd place in the last meet.
Which is amazing and
Of course,
great.
I'm not happy about it, but it looks like the school is even more displeased.
See, I realize you're trying to say Huru, but it looks like you wrote Horyu. Like, should have. Just rude jump.
I was summoned to the guidance office this morning. I was warned that the school might revoke my honors status if I don't improve my results soon.
Look, I'm just saying, they need to give us a DLC for Persona 5 Dancing, which gives us that song that we just got to experience in that palace. And then, yeah, DLC adding her into Persona 5 Strikers.
It would be due to my own inability to succeed in gymnastics, so I have to say it's not an unfair consequence.
It's totally an unfair consequence.
But I also overheard the vice principal talking about how I'm a useless waste of effort.
He's a useless waste of oxygen.
And I dragged Dr. Maruki into this mess too, since he was with me when I got the news. That's what really got to me.
It's like Devil May Cry could easily fix the Strikers issue stuff. Man, Devil May Cry featuring Kasumi from Persona 5 Royal. Why not? Why not?
That's a tough break.
So I ended up coming here. And then all of a sudden I was in that place we just left. But I'll be just fine now.
Also, I'd like to say, you can click on the PogChamp emotes, and I feel like they should link to whoever's page they were based off of, instead of just being a general. Cause it's like, yeah, of course it's a global PogChamp emote, but you're using specific streamers for it now. Like, let them have their moment.
I feel like whatever happened in there helped me to get over it. I'm going to realize my dream for sure.
Seems like you really are on the up and up now.
On the up and up.
Then again, how did Yoshizawa end up finding a palace in the first place? It sounds like it was pure coincidence based on what she's told us.
She's the person with the black mask. Oh my gosh, Yoshizawa's the villain. Smartphone?
What about my phone?
Well, I suppose that makes the most sense. Hey, do you mind if we take a quick look at your phone? If the nav's on there, we'd be able to tell whose palace that was with the search history.
Sure, it's right. Sorry, this won't do any good.
Why's that?
The battery's dead. It's been acting up for a while now, so that could have something to do with it.
Yeah, Igor's like, here you go. She's like, my iPhone died.
Oh, really? Shouldn't you get that checked out?
Yeah, seriously.
Well, it's not like that was a palace we've been after, so I guess it's no big deal.
Hello?
We couldn't make its ruler our target unless we reached a unanimous decision anyway.
I think we would make it a target by virtue of there existing a palace. I think that's all we really need.
Okay, I've been meaning to ask. Are you two part of the Phantom Thieves?
We're...
Yes? Come on, Morgana.
You are, aren't you?
Yeah, I think it's kind of obvious based off of the whole discussion we just have. We'll find out, Vex. It looks like it could very well be an extra dungeon that was added to this.
I knew it.
Right. It doesn't necessarily mean evil ones, but, you know, a Distorted Desire is something that still would be beneficial to have righted. It's by virtue of it being distorted.
Wait. That means when we were at the cafe with Akechi-san, I basically told the Phantom Thieves themselves that I don't agree with what they're doing.
I love her so much.
I'm really sorry.
It's fine.
Don't
You're allowed
worry
your
about
opinion.
it. With that out of the way, what's your call?
About her? Well, she gets to
That's
live or
right.
not?
Considering how she did back there, don't you think she'd make a worthy addition to the Phantom Thieves?
Doesn't sound like she wants to be one.
So, you mean you want me to join the Phantom Thieves?
I mean, you do have light skills, which would be nice.
In a nutshell, yeah. You've awakened to your persona, you're aware of the existence of palaces, and from the looks of things, you've got quite the potential. If you're willing to join us, we'd be glad to have you.
Also, can we talk about the fact that the weapons work because they are replicas of real-life weapons that look like that look real enough to confuse the cognition. But whenever anybody awakens, they automatically have a weapon, including a gun. They have a melee weapon and a gun, automatically. They weren't walking around with them. They had them on them.
I see.
You don't have to give us an answer right now. I mean, you probably shouldn't make any decisions until you learn more about what it is we're actually doing.
Yeah, listen to the cat.
Thank you, but I'm sorry. I have to turn down your offer.
Yeah.
Cool. So we'll head home for now and... Wait. What?
Cat.
When I awakened to my... persona, was it? I also realized something.
I think it's worth questioning.
I can't keep obsessing over my shortcomings in gymnastics like this.
Okay.
So, that's why I can't join you at the moment.
I'm confused.
Because you need to focus on your gymnastics.
I'm truly sorry to say no after all you've done for me.
Don't apologize. It'll be good training though. That's like you, Kasumi.
Thank you. But I think I'd only cause you all more trouble if I were to join up without being totally invested in it. Of course, I won't say a word about this to anyone.
I'm glad you catch on so quickly.
Maybe she'll come around once Okumura dies.
Well,
I mean, it
if
has
you
to change
ever
her heart.
change your mind about us, just let us know, okay?
Thank you, Morgana-senpai. If that ever happens, I'll get in touch right away.
You better.
Yes.
I should extend the same gratitude to you as well, senpai. I swear, one day I will repay
Sorry, I
you
had
for
a work
helping me
message.
out
Just
in
making sure
so
it
many
didn't
ways.
need my attention. So an endgame character. Yeah.
Shall we get going? Quite a lot's happened today, but I have a feeling I'll try harder than ever before, starting tomorrow.
Oh, I didn't pay attention.
I'm glad
I
to
looked at
hear
the
it.
screen, but I didn't pay attention.
Well, see you later.
He really likes that mushroom one today, doesn't it? Didn't expect Yoshizawa to gain a persona. Ended up saving her, but I don't think she owes us or anything.
I mean...
That said, she'd definitely be a huge help if she joined us. No, I wouldn't. Yeah, don't say. Don't say. Father was cooped up in his study again today. His reaction was quite vague when I spoke to him, too. Is this what normally happens? Madarame was in a similar state after we changed his heart. He'll be okay, don't worry. All we have to do is wait. you're right. I just believe it's going to work. Thank you, and sorry for asking so many times. Message you again if there's more progress.
I get why Haru is worried, but let's just wait for the change of heart to go through. Don't worry, it'll be just like it always is.
Hey.
Another box came for you. Thanks, Soji. Pumpkin soup.
Nice. Let's go to bed.
But just let me get Kawakami up here. Gosh dang cat. Gosh, please do not do that. For the love of all that's decent in this world. Every time anybody's ever done that, I've just been like, okay, here's the answer. So the question I didn't want to know. Hey, how about you go to bed and I play a game? That's what me and Bubbles do all the time. Alright? So go, Mona. Go to sleep. And let me go out. Again, Vex, most people think they're clever enough, and they're not.
Well then.
It's always been like my biggest pet peeve that people do.
I'll just add this.
I almost made another save slot for that just so we could relive it, but it's fine.
Well then.
Sure, but I'm clever. That doesn't mean I come up with a riddle sufficient to be worth considering, to be such that you wouldn't find the answer immediately, or it wouldn't be using moon logic to keep you from instantly getting the answer, especially if you didn't want to. Senpai, I'm sorry for messaging you so late. Phone's battery finally recharged, so I wanted to thank you while I could. Can I go back to bed? You have to be so polite. It's just the decent thing to do. Just wanted to thank you for today. I'm sorry that thanks are all I can offer right now. I'll definitely make it up to you eventually. Don't worry about it. No, please, it's fine. I'll have my phone fixed as soon as possible. Please let Morgana-senpai know as well. Anyways, hope you have a good night. Love her so much. Hopefully Yoshizawa joined the Phantom Thieves. A shame. Nothing we can do. Just let it be. Yeah, we shouldn't press the matter. So, how are we gonna break it to the others? Everyone's comments used to be so encouraging, but now they're actually kind of frightening. This is utter chaos. Public dislike of Okumura has grown exponentially as well. Are you holding up, Haru? I've been receiving anonymous threats almost every day now. That's scary. But our security is tight, so it's been okay so far. I believe things will calm down once we finish this, Haru. And what about us? We're gonna get all popular again? Let us not concern ourselves with that for now. I only pray that things calm down. Word, Yusuke. Guess we still have some problems to hash out. Could do more harm than help if we brought it up at this point. Maybe we'll just stay quiet about Yoshizawa for now. Oh, so now we're keeping things from our compatriots.
Good morning.
Haru! Bubbles, it's Haru! Bubbles, I don't know if you're here, but Haru's here.
Regarding my father, there isn't anything different about him yet.
That's not what your texts have said.
I can't help but think about a lot of things when I'm just waiting. Things like, did it go well?
Gosh dang it, Jump, you're so rude. So no need to worry. There's plenty of reason to worry.
Hearing that from you puts my mind at ease.
She's so cute.
I guess I'll relax and look after the flower bed.
I haven't been able to for a while.
I could look after the flower bed with you.
The Phantom Thieves are amazing.
The Phantom Thieves will do the same thing to that CEO as they did our principal? Come on, they're gonna murder him. Besides, I'm pretty sure the principal killed himself. No way, that was Phantom Thieves sending a message. Wake up, people. It's time to atone. Or something like that. Okay, murder hobo. Kill for that kind of power. Murder hobo. That's how you get a light Yagami. That's what that is right there. Let's see. The forum request. Do we even have a request? Oh yeah, the dude with the shooty shoot. That's how I wanted to word that. Oh, that's great. Okay, so we've got Makoto. Actually, is the only person up for today. Cool, that makes it easy. Look at Big Bang Burger Coon! Oh my gosh, Big Bang Burger Coon! I'm sorry, I'm losing my mind. Also, FYI, I know you all have been enjoying these daytime streams this past week, but next week I have to actually go into the office, so won't be able to do them. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well then. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay, come on.
Cuckoo. I don't remember. Dang, I don't remember. How was I supposed to get the poster? Not that one, though. Also that one. Everybody just look away from it. Look away until it changes. There we go. That one. Because you were able to get that poster for your wall, and I don't remember how I was supposed to have gotten that. Bubbles, I was calling you. Haru was on the screen. She had lines and everything. Go hang out with An at the shopping area. Oh, was that it? Okay. Well, tell your boss he made you miss Haru. She's only got like 4 lines in the whole game. Alright. Makoto's priestess. And we have Kurihime and Koinor. Once called the world's largest diamond, it was cut when it came to the British royal family. Said to bring bad luck to any man who wears it, so only the females have adorned it. Wide paint confiscating kneecaps? It's from what Vex said of telling Jump to not spoil the thing, but just phrase it as a riddle. She's like, no one's clever enough for that, and she wants to steal their kneecaps when they try.
Oh.
I will never run out of SP. Prove kneecap thievery. Bubbles. Honey. Should not steal people's kneecaps. Why did I come in here? Oh, so I spoke with Aiko and she said her boyfriend was okay with the double date idea. She asked me to show her your picture though. Oh, that's right, we did this part. I think she'll change her mind once she sees you in person.
Do you have time to spend with me?
Don't worry, I'll back you up. I'm glad I'm charming enough. Again, we had to deal with that for a lot more often on the Jump didn't do it. He just Vex said that he could do it. Had to deal with that a lot over in the days of YouTube. People being like, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, you're not near as clever as you think you are. Let's hang out with Makoto. Goodness, I'll contact Aiko.
Shall we go?
Let's meet at the diner, as I mentioned before. I love Makoto so much. Yo, my name's Tsukasa. Heard all about you two from Aiko. So I heard you're the student council pres, Makoto-chan. Totally wish I could be one of your council members. Yes, I am. Totally. Four Eyes, here's your boyfriend, yeah? Yeah. Huh. Looks like you guys don't get along too good, though. It's like your love level's rock bottom. Are you seriously dating? We're in love. Love comes in many forms.
Well,
Right. He doesn't really like it when I get all clingy with him. I get it. You just don't got any affection compared to us. Hey, babe. Did you do something special today? Or were you looking this sexy? Oh, I can't deal with this guy. Can I just kick him in the shit? Panic! Steal his kneecaps. Oh, Tsukasa. Sorry, I have to use the bathroom. Later, lovebird.
Excuse me.
There's something I'd like to ask you. Are you serious about pursuing a relationship with Aiko? Haha! I was wondering when our honor student was going to show her true colors. That reminds me. Aiko said you were real pumped about getting to know me. Why is that, huh? Just want to make sure you're good for her. Girl, you really care about your friends. Good stuff. I always say friends are like super important and stuff. Look, that's fine, Panic. I will leave that to you. Because nothing was worse than... What's the movie? Has everyone in here seen It's a Beautiful Mind? Or A Beautiful Mind? I think it's A Beautiful Mind. Because, like, I can't say what the person did without spoiling the movie. For anyone who hasn't seen it. And you won't understand how big of an issue it is unless you've seen it. And so, like, it's important that we set these boundaries, because I don't want to spoil anybody on a movie, because it's pretty good, but you know, it's important to know. Speaking of which, a friend of my GF is totally a friend of mine. Why don't you tell me your digits? Huh. Speak now or forever be spoiled. What's wrong? Come on, give me your number. I know Bubbles hasn't seen it. But I don't know if she's actually even listening right now. She might be busy. Hey, how about you just back off, sir? Nobody asked you, Four Eyes. Anyways, Aiko already gave me yours, Mako-chan. We good. Alright, fair. Inhab was also here earlier, but again, just like I don't want to like kill it for anybody. But like halfway, less than halfway in through the movie, we're watching it, and another guy I'm watching it with my roommate at the time, and someone else from the dorm walks in and is like, hey, what you guys doing? And my roommate tells me, like, we're watching A Beautiful Mind. Obi's never seen it, so... And the guy's like, oh, it's good. And as he walks out, he looks over his shoulder, and he just says, crazy, and walks away. I found out when the movie was over that my roommate was ready to murder him. Again, if you haven't seen the movie, it doesn't mean a whole lot to you. If you have seen the movie, it's horribly rude. And like, you could easily forget that between me saying it now and watching the movie. But in the middle of the movie, you don't have time to forget about it. I do have one more question to ask. You're not going to bring Aiko to your club, are you? What, you suspecting me? I wouldn't dream of it. It's a shame people think us hosts are just flirts. My love with Aiko is pure as snow. Don't twist the story. Huh? Something wrong? Oh, it's just getting to know your little friend here, honey. Well, I should get going. Gotta be at work soon. We were talking about people who are jerks, Vex, and spoilers. Me too. Bye. Hope he's not tricking her. But no matter what I might think, I still don't have any proof. Above all, Aiko seems really happy. Like I say, I already told the story of Vex, but it was have you seen the movie A Beautiful Mind? Was what it was about. Am I just getting in the way of their happiness? Basically, short version without spoilers is dude walks into my dorm room while we're watching it. My roommate tells him I've never seen it before, and he does a one-word spoiler as he walks out of the room. Like, like everyone else in the dorm would have been like, oh cool, just have fun. And that guy did that, and I was like, I hate you so much. He ended up coming and borrowing something from me without telling me at one point. And it was like, you have a phone. You have my phone number. everybody in this dorm area has the phone number. Someone could have texted me, but no, you were just like yoink. Like, oh, I didn't like him. I still don't like him. No, you're just being considerate. I suppose so. I mean, I really am worried about Aiko here. In the end, no, this is just a hunch. My father always stressed how important it is to trust hunches. Oh my gosh, your pants pee too! I guess yours is a skirt. Seems that host has sent me something already. What is it supposed to be saying? It's full of emojis. It's me, Tsukasa, heart emoji. I know we just met, but I couldn't wait to phone emoji you. To take a shore real quick. No worries. I'll be getting off whenever Bubbles leaves work. So I think she said she was planning on leaving at like 5. I don't know if she's still on that timetable or not. But yeah, she's saying she's still planning on getting off there. What, Pumpernickel? What are you yelling about, huh? Are you okay? Yeah. Fair enough, Vex. Enjoy your shower. I'm so happy to be friends with you, Mako-chan. Clapping emoji, hot springs emoji. Hot springs emoji, guys. I don't even know what that means. What, Pumpernickel? That was barely a coherent sentence. I need to get used to that if I'm going to help Aiko. Listen, if you text like that, stop. Please stop. I can't. I just can't with you.
Thank you very much.
By the way, I'm glad you were here with me. Would have really panicked had I been alone. I honestly despise how mature I can be sometimes. I love Makoto so much, but I'm working through that with your help, so thank you.
All right.
Oh! What's that? What's that about?
Shall we go?
Should get going too. I'll let you know if anything else comes up.
All right then. Hey Kira, thanks so much for everything today. I feel strangely exhausted. Reminds me of when we went to the red light district. After we split ways, the host kept sending me messages. He uses these weird symbols. I have no idea what he's saying. I ignore him, but I shouldn't for Aiko's sake. Just, yeah, tell him you're on a date. That's a good way. Oh yeah, that'd be a good excuse to ignore him. You have some great ideas. Thanks. Try responding with that. Oh, Pumpernickel, you're getting caught on cords. Don't get caught on my cord. I just can't shake these doubts about Aiko's boyfriend. Can't tell if he's a bad guy, but he doesn't seem on the level either. Need a little more information. Thanks for all your advice. I'll talk to you later. So here's the conundrum I have with this cat. Hey, hey!
When with the cat, sometimes she'll go places she's not supposed to go. And you know you're not supposed to, don't pretend. And those places may have, may have fragile things. But so if you yell at her, and scare her while she's in those places, she panics and might knock something over while fleeing the scene. But if you let her just do it, then she gets away with it. And this is the struggle of being a cat owner. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Walk over, pick her up, and go, no. Problem is, like, perfect example is the windowsill of our apartment, Bubbles has lined with plants. She also has a couple plant stands in front of it. I came in and Pumpernickel had worked her way to behind the plant stand next to the other plants. I could not in any way grab her to get her out of there because of the plant stands in the way. So, without knocking other things over, anyway. I need more kindness for Soji. Mishima. Let's go with Hawaii. How many? The problem is she was behind the plant stand. And so, like, I'd have to move the whole stand, which means I'd have to move several plants to do it, and it was just not conducive. There's also other stuff sitting in front of the stand. Like the giant ceramic pumpkin. Discount. Yep. Gonna go see Gundad, because that is the one true way. I got a job for you, gathering info. Be solo on this one, tied up with another task. Make cat fence? Do they not just jump cat fences? I'm solo on this one, tied with another task. Alright, let's do it. Okay, here's today's job. There's a homeless guy in Shibuya who knows about a certain issue. Get him to talk about the rumor of a deal in the underworld. Don't raise any suspicion, alright? So you want to know about some underground business deals, huh? You know, you can't find anything you need on the internet, right? Or you may be looking for something a little more. I can see it in your eyes. Who sent you here? Look. Don't worry about it. I have a couple yen. You should talk. Why? So why is having a kid come gather info for him? Never would expect that out of someone like him. Alright, just act like I'm mumbling to myself, you got it? I promise I'm gonna say anything useful either. So an exec for the Hong Kong Mafia came to Japan sometime around New Year's. Apparently something big went down with a huge Asian investor. Deal was worth about 100 million yen. Though you'd figure something that massive would have got more people talking about it. Maybe they leased some kind of high-end club to keep it as private as possible. Didn't hear a thing about that, though. No, sure. Alright, we're done here. Go. Got her. Shoot. Your store's pretty impressive, as always. Great stuff, Hawaii.
Yeah?
Yeah? That's nice to hear that coming from you, Tsuda-san. Bet you could start a war with realistic models like these. Seriously, these are incredible. Should get going now, though.
Yo.
Welcome. Alright, Hawaii. I'll take one of everything you showed me today. I'll need an entire arsenal. How long would it take? Depends on how quick the parts come in. So it's probably gonna have to go through customs. How long things get stuck there is totally out of my control, though. Tell me, Moon. What's your son's name? Karakun, was it? That's right. Well then, if you don't deliver on time, might just have to let Korkun in on our little secret. Tsuda-san, please. I wonder how will an adolescent boy like him react to finding out his father was in the Yakuza? Hey! Stop it! If things go sour, could always try to sell him again. Fine, I'll put a rush on your order. Happy now? Did you just stick your face in that toilet, in that paper towel roll? Pumpernickel. Very much so. Well then, I look forward to hearing from you again soon. Sorry to make you wait, kid.
Shit.
Oh, what's that about? I love her dearly, but she's a bit of a butt sometimes. Don't worry about it. Sorry you had to see that. Anyways, how'd it go today? Learn anything good? I don't know. Hong Kong Mafia, 100 million yen deal, you know, the usual. Huh, so someone made a big deal with the Hong Kong Mafia with 100 million yen. Did you Perchin? It happened sometime around New Year's. Surprised me if Tsuda had something to do with it. Here he's been bragging all over about a big score he made right near the start of the year. Gotta do some more research into it myself. Anyways, nice job. I'm gonna be able to give Tsuda a real scare thanks to the info you gave me. You two play nice! Where's my money? Anyone ever told you how demanding you are? But, another time, yeah? Man, I can't wait to see the look on Tsuda's face. It's been ages since he's felt this excited. It's all 'cause of you, kid. Turns out, you're pretty useful. Alright.
Alright.
Well, I'm gonna head home early and spend some good old quality time with the Kaoras.
Yo.
Celebrate. Fine job again, kid. Get on out of here. I don't know why that improved my proficiency. That seems odd.
Later.
See you next time. Yo, it's me. Just want to give you a fair warning about before going home to Cairo. Definitely got me some good intel. Honestly, I appreciate that. But now Tsuda knows your face. That could be a real problem. I mean, I agree, but you know, what we're gonna do. Catch on fast. Used to that today. Tsuda knows we're connected at least. Which means that stunt we pulled with Masa ain't gonna work on him. Well, stunt is done. If one method isn't gonna work, we just gotta find another. Do we need max guts for him? Oh, you're right. Frick. Nothing needs max proficiency though, does it? Think about our next move. Till then, don't do anything stupid. If I need help, I'll get in touch. Hope you'll be ready. Yep, nope, you're right, Jump. You need max proficiency to start, Haru? Haru, you're killing me.
Morning!
Morning, Lady On. Say Haru's going to get sent off. He's almost here. Took the treasure, so all we have to do is wait. So, wish we could do something in the meantime. Why don't we go to Mementos today? Because I don't want to? I don't feel like it, On.
Hmm?
You have something else to do? Well, I won't force you. The president has a change of heart. Maybe our reputation will go up and we'll get more requests. So I want to get the requests we currently have out of the way, at least. We have one request. One.
Well, shall we begin?
Well, let's begin, class. We'll start with a summary of the previous lesson.
Well...
And then a woman will interrupt me.
What's all this?
As they always do. I swear I'm never allowed to finish with these when women start interrupting me. Give me a minute here, please. No, Bubbles, you didn't miss Haru again. We were just complaining about the fact that Haru requires max proficiency in order for us to actually start her confidant. Which is annoying when she barely gets any screen time as it is.
What do you want to do?
Reading books! I am my Don Quixote, the man of La Mancha. Lord of La Mancha, dang it. Puchiko's story. But we have to. I'm so torn. Wait, oh, the billiards one. I didn't think about that. We haven't played billiards yet, but we should. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's Game Secrets. Expert billiards. Try imagining an invisible line. Thank you for that. That's like the obvious advice. It got me pumped, especially the behind the back and jump shots.
All right.
By learning about trick shots, your technical rank has been unlocked. Ooh. If you successfully strike a trick shot, your technical rank will increase. Your technical rank increases the damage you deal with a technical hit during battle will also increase. Increase your rank even higher, the enemies will get knocked down as well. Ooh, fancy. You can learn trick shots by reading books and using the proper gear. Trick shots require a certain degree of proficiency to succeed. Kawakami, I need you to give me...
That's odd.
I need you to give me more consistent time. Like, I should have had time to do two chapters, and instead I only had enough to do the one. Alright, so Makoto is asking, isn't wanting to do Ryuji on Futaba. Ooh, Futaba's up. Is ready for uppage. And Kasumi! Guys, it's not fair. Pop-Tart time. Panic, it's almost dinner time. I guess you're an hour behind. Actually, Bubbles, we could use more Pop-Tarts. Sorry guys, there's chatter happening in my work thing, so I'm making sure it's not important. I don't think it is. Oh goodness, alright. Alright, so I think my boss is has started his weekend early at a brewery here, actually near where Bubbles and I live. It's a brew pub. Sorry, I'm getting distracted now. Alright, off my phone. Alright, so Pajama's the only person who's not max rank. Oh, shoot, that reminds me, we need to go to the library. We need to return this book on Johannes.
What would you like? Thank you. What would you like?
Gallant Rogue. Guts. Cry of Cthulhu. Guts. Woman in the Dark. From Milady. Dressed in Ashes. Fancy.
Here.
Take the Gallant Rogue, I guess. Alright, let's go grab our daily lottery ticket. I think the lottery drawing is tomorrow.
Yeah. Well then.
Yeah, Pumpernickel, it's tomorrow.
Oh man. Oh man. Okay, come on.
It's a shame that you all can't hear whenever she starts yelling. But at the same time, you know, probably don't want to hear Pumpernickel yelling all the time. She doesn't yell all the time, I shouldn't say that. But she does sometimes. When she wants attention, she will just start yelling at you. Anime Akudama Drive. What kind of anime is it? Because I don't know how much cells at work we have left. Right now, we're currently rationing cells at work because it's so beautifully lighthearted. Bubbles loves it. She loves it so much. But we're also watching Stranger Things, which is admittedly a bit freaky. And so after we watch Stranger Things, we watch Cells at Work. So we might need another anime.
Oh, take your time.
Once we finish Cells at Work. Reservoir Dogs? I don't think I've ever seen that either. Futaba! Futaba!
Oh.
Nothing to do.
Oop! Of course, we're gonna hang out with Futaba. Futaba's the best. And one thing left on the promise list: being okay without you around. Before that, there's something I want to show you, Akira. Oh, we're going to her room. Oh. The problem is we didn't run out of SP. In the palace, we ran out of SP in the one fight. So the promise list I made with my mom. Oh, Futaba, don't make me sad. Don't do it, Futaba. See, everything on here is marked off as being done. But that's kind of wrong. Pumpernickel, are you licking that window? Why are you licking that window? Yeah, don't pretend I didn't see that. Don't ignore me. Bye, Bubbles. Text me when you're on your way home, and I'll stop Mistrem. There's one promise I lied about doing. One promise I never actually finished. It was get along with Kana-chan. This all started back when I was in elementary school. I used to get bullied pretty hard for how weird I was. I mean, you are sitting on a chair like Elle did. Like, I'm just saying. Pumpernickel. Pumpernickel! Other kids always accuse me of cheating because I get perfect scores on my tests. And one time I turned in a test with nothing written down instead, but school ended up yelling at my mom. My life at school was horrible. Sometimes during recess, I'd lock myself in the bathroom and cry. I didn't have a single friend. I was always alone. This is too real, Futaba. It's too real. I've been there. I've been there, yo. Then a girl named Kana transferred to my school. She was absent a lot at first. Then, when she was there, the other kids bullied her, like they did to me. One day, she said something to me. Good morning. She started saying it every day from then on. precious. Must have been a shock. Pumpernickel. Stop it. I see you contemplating over there. Totally. I mean, literally nobody wanted to talk to me back then. To be honest, I completely ignored her the first few times. I thought the bullies had put her up to it. But without fail, she'd come over to me and say good morning. And eventually, I decided to say it back. It felt like my heart was going to shatter into a million pieces. Apparently, she'd been saying it to me that whole time because she thought we could be friends. She was the first person who didn't mind how weird I was. I was so happy about making a friend that I told my mom. That's when she added something to my promise list. Get along with Kana-chan. But I couldn't do it. One particularly windy morning, Kana-chan dropped her diary and pages flew everywhere. Didn't really mean to look, but I ended up seeing everything she had written down. And once I see something, I can't forget it. It's all so horrible. She wrote about how her parents hit her, how they made her take pictures in weird clothes. Oh gosh, I remember this now. Oh. Kana-chan's diary was full of stories like that. Then when I asked her about it, she got really defensive. I felt terrible, but she just kept yelling at me for reading it. Poor Futaba. It's not your fault. You didn't know any better. Yeah, but I couldn't really tell her that. I just froze up. And then I ran. I ran and ran. Wanted her to stop yelling. Wanted to go back to how things were before. Kana-chan ended up moving away pretty soon after that. I haven't talked to her since. So, I lied to my mom. Even after Kana-chan left, I would tell her we were best friends. Every month she'd write that promise on my list, and every month I'd lie about it. I wish I could apologize to Kana-chan somehow. I really want to say I'm sorry. Sorry for not helping her, though she was going through even worse stuff than I was. Sorry for reading her diary. Sorry for running away. I hate being such a coward. But I think I might be able to face my fears now that I'm a promise-settling phantom thief. Get along with Kana-chan. I'm gonna do it for real this time. Technically. Technically, she said it. I didn't mean to tell you all that. Not even Sojiro knows. This is so embarrassing. You have to help me now. Got it? Well, someone's pushy today. This is another part of our deal. Looks like Futaba is starting to depend on me. Aha! Alright. More support may now charge or recover SP. That's all I wanted in life.
Alright.
Futaba does need a hug. Well, get on that right now. Time to go look up Kana-chan's deets. Oh, and sorry I wasn't too hospitable today. I'll have to wait for next time.
Okay.
Now, make like a cheetah and dash out of my room. Shoot! Get out! Oh. Hello? Hello? It's me. Something's not right, Akira. When I try looking up Kana-chan's contact info, my fingers suddenly start trembling. I know I promised myself that I'd do this, but when I remember how angry Kana-chan got, I get so scared. Apparently the correct answer is, are you running away again? What am I doing? Figuring out at the most important moment? If I can't do this, then What am I training for? I don't want to run away anymore. I won't give up on Kana-chan. Thanks, Kira. Talking to you about this helped me calm down. Gonna do a little more research on Kana-chan. Oh, and please don't tell anyone else about what we discussed today. Not even Sojiro, okay? Bye.
Ah, you're back.
Oh my gosh. Everybody, any change, Haru? Nothing, unfortunately. Father is still indisposed. How are things with you, Haru? Has anything happened with the media? Hope they haven't been horrible to you. Thank you. They will surely say a great deal about my father, but I'm determined to push through it. Society doesn't care what may be going on as long as it is enough to kill their perpetual boredom. Shut every time Haru's in the report about Dad. Well, if we were gonna do that, then we should have taken care of it, you know, back on first possible day. Had a good 20 shots. Let's even consider how their words may hurt others. I think caring about people is someone else's job. Makes me want to puke. There's nothing we can do about it, though. And everything they say about Father is true. Still. But it's important to remember that there was someone else in the shadows behind the shutdowns. Yeah, it wasn't just him. Till we can bring their crimes to light, this won't end. Find the true culprit for sure. Naturally. Yeah, it's gonna be a good victory when we expose that criminal for who he really is. Either way, we need to wait for Haru's father to recover. Plenty of time to ask him about it then.
The one behind the mental shutdowns. It has to be someone dangerous. Now that we're getting closer to the truth, we need to be ready for absolutely anything.
Has to be somebody dangerous and possibly with a fetish for pancakes. Kawakami's maxed. Oh? Oh, there's nobody tonight. Well, shoot. Okay. Do we... We've never billiardsed for realsies. We haven't gone fishing. We need to fix the laptop still. Problem is I don't need a darts. I guess Ryuji still needs darts. But yeah. Oh, there's also the twins. It didn't look like I could invite Mona. I guess I didn't try. Should we do the twins nonsense? Let's do billiards. We read the book. Let's make use of it while I'm thinking about it. Hi, Ketchy. Bye, Ketchy. I know. Yeah, Selma's you're good for us, right?
I apologize.
But sadly, I need to get to work. Should talk when I get more time. See you later. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. As you just stand there. You liar. Says the liar.
Welcome. What do you play?
Let's play billiards.
What do you want to do?
Thank you.
It's so exciting to be here with everyone. Okay, I'll do my best. She's so precious. It's like sound the balls scatter is so satisfying. Balls are positioned. Need to make a difficult shot to clear this.
Then
Going for that shot.
nice.
Good going. Behind the back shot looked amazing.
You did it!
Nice. Boom.
I knew you could do it.
Just pull off that shot. That's why you're our leader. It's like your challenge brought everyone together. Two more ranks, I guess. That was fun. It was kill me now. Guess everyone had fun. Gotta say though.
Wow.
Just playing billiards, I think you've learned more about bold decisions and nonsense. You learned things. You know. Oh, it's guts. Good. Guts. Didn't you buy your own cue stick before?
That was so much fun!
Yeah, I'm like, I bought my own stick, didn't use it.
Bye!
Like, do I actually play billiards, or do I just watch them do it?
Hey!
Oh, thank goodness. Read Buchiko's story.
Whoa.
After his death, the statue of Buchi became a symbol of Shibuya. There's no minigame? That's lame.
What are your thoughts?
Master in Shibuya, noble and loyal friend to the end. To admit, the story moved me. Yes! Max kindness!
Alright.
Oh, we're almost at the station.
Textbooks open to
Picking up from last
page-
time, we were talking about the French Revolution. Having executed the royalty, the revolutionaries proceeded to take the courts under their control. All who opposed the revolution were executed. However, the revolutionaries, too, were then reviled as despots and executed by the public. Many people were executed during the French Revolution, is what I'm saying. I'm trying to tell you that everybody died. In fact, this many executions were possible was actually due to one specific invention, the guillotine. Take a look at this.
What is the answer?
This is a guillotine, a tool which allowed for mass executions. Now, do you know who invented this instrument? I was like, I thought he named it after himself. Like, it felt too easy. It felt like a trick because it was named after him. Like, it seemed too easy, but
This is it.
Joseph Ignatz guillotine.
Correct.
That's correct. This tool is named after him. By the way, Charles Henry Sanson, the famous executioner, it's said that he killed 2,800 people with the advent of the guillotine. It may look cruel, but it delivered a swift, painless execution, regardless of one's social status, except for when it didn't, because it was imperfect, and so sometimes the blade would not fall all the way. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that it embodied the French spirit of equality.
Nice going.
Revolution is sometimes a bloody thing. Revolutionaries that rose up for freedom became despots themselves. It's a common tale. Such reform doesn't hurt anybody in the real world. It's a bloodless revolution. for now. Love the foreshadowing. Alright, so Furuba's ready, Makoto's ready, Shinya's ready. Skiddly boo boo.
Hi. Yeah. Well then. Oh man. Oh man. Okay. Come on.
So I feel like there needs to be more thought given to now that LED and OLED TVs are more commonplace, there needs to be given more thought to UIs and the risk associated with them burning in an image into the TV. Because, like, the date is always there. It's always there. It scares me a bit.
Please, take your time.
Like, we just got this TV. Don't ruin it. Oh, what am I doing? Shinya or Furuba? I guess or Makoto. Those are, we have all the options. Makoto's a 6. Furuba's a 6. Skilly Gamer's a 3. We should probably do him since he's laced bullets. Oh, we're going with that one. Never mind. I have decided. We still have Poopy Demon. Yeah, like the changes to how guns work in this game has made him a much less useless character. They improved. You're natural at this, son. It's okay with you. I can teach you a little more. Let's go, Poopy Demon. Understood. Okay, stop by the arcade. I like it too, and it actually makes a lot more sense that since it's cognitive, it makes more sense that each enemy would be like, oh, you have a gun, and presume that it's fully loaded. Though I get to see where before it still made sense because you were in the cognition of one person. You went in there with one gun. Look, Jump, we have to get Hawaii up another level, then we get a discount. Alright? Shut your face. Also, how am I supposed to buy a gun for Haru if Haru's gonna get switched out for Kasumi in like 3 seconds, alright? Shh, Jump, you don't know. You don't know how this works. You've never worked in a place that sold things. Sorry, Jackson Bubble's back. So how are the Phantom Thieves doing? Fine. Sounds like they had another success, huh? That's cool. With what?
Oh.
We're still going on. It's probably because they think I'm weak. If I was as strong as the Phantom Thieves. Kid, maybe small, but you played a great game.
What?
What? So being big is better? My bad. Didn't mean it like that. Just thought we should be friends, since we're both gamers. Name is Takakuma. Make a living from gaming, more or less. Ever heard of me?
Huh?
Huh? Takakuma, the pro gamer? Yeah, you're the guy from all those videos online. Oh my gosh, he's a YouTuber. Get out of here. Get out of here, you twitcher. Just cracked my ankle. And you're the one they call the king, right? I always wanted to play you. I don't know if it's a good idea. I mean, if I beat you, your rank will definitely drop. I don't need people bashing me for bullying a kid. Yep, we're still going. Bella's actually just texting me saying that she's going to be a little bit later than she thought. So, I don't know how much longer, but you're good. I just give you crap for that. Make a gun have a high status customization like shock or burn. Technical knockover thing from the pool. From pulling the oh, it seems rude. It seems rude, guys. I feel like we're bullying Shadows.
You bastard!
Just call me weak. Okay, no spoilers, Vex. Bubbles and I are watching that tonight. That's it, we're playing. I won't lose. As I expected of the king. Okay, let's get this started.
Alright.
Gonna win. I have to.
No way.
How? He's getting destroyed. That's Takakuma, isn't it? He's awesome.
Huh?
I missed? You getting flustered. King lost? That doesn't count. Let's play again. You got it. That's 10 losses in a row. Love bullying Shadows. But you'll love it, and I feel like that should be the motto for Marvel movies / TV. I don't know. Marvel TV, like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was always just kind of alright for me. I didn't find it all that impressive. King got slaughtered. That's hilarious. One more game. No matter how many times we play, the end result will be the same. Netflix stuff was good. I really enjoyed that. Being short means your malice is more concentrated. That's fair. That's fair. Same amount of malice, just smaller package. I gotcha. I mean, the problem is, like, I really like the Netflix stuff. I'm really annoyed they just ended all of them. Because they were so good. Should probably stop for your sake. Shut up.
You bastard!
You cheated, didn't you? You're being a sore loser. But apparently the thing for me to do is tell him, yeah, you tell him. Right? There's no way I could have lost. Man, I guess the king is just a little kid after all. It's like I overestimated your ability. I feel bad beating you again, so I'm gonna go. Make sure you practice for the next time we play. You gotta be kidding me. I mean, look, just get your revenge. Revenge him. Revenge on him. I will. I'm the one who's gonna win in the end. If I lose, it's all over for me. I'm gonna beat him next time for sure. This isn't over. Strongest always win in the end, just like the Phantom Thieves. Watch, I'll win for sure next time. Oh, loser. You'll see. Oh, okay. Need you to chill out, Chow.
All right.
That's motivation, not anger. Yep. I mean, it depends on the person. Crap, it's late. I gotta go.
What?
And that Takakuma, though. Tell me to practice for next time. Grown-ups shouldn't spend so much time playing video games. Excuse you. I don't have to actually hang out with you anymore. My kindness is max. I don't need you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Freaking kid.
Ah, you're back.
Soji! Crossword puzzle.
Hey, hey.
When it's too hot to sleep. Parasol's benefit, shade. The coolest acronym? Frozen formation. Ice? Devoted follower. Simp. Yeah, doesn't fit. Dang it. Vex, the blue one's description is the one at the top. When it's too hot to sleep. Dang it, guys. Dang it. Jeez, Jump. Don't be a Mishima. AC. The coolest acronym is AC for air conditioning. Because it's the coolest. Fan. Good call. Also, Arlen, welcome to the courtroom. How are you doing? Okay. I'm going to not look at chat so I can try and figure this out. Too hot to sleep. It presumably either ends in an E or a T. But I can't figure out this one. Sweltering? Yeah, get it. Just played D&D just now? Was it great? Did you murder everyone? What's your character? What's your class? What's your character's favorite color? I barely did. You saw how long I was sitting here trying to think of it. Basically, I was just throwing letters together, trying to think of what it would be. This term is used in Japan when the lowest daily temperature is still over 25 degrees Celsius. Sweltering nights are compounded by the heat island effect. Until the concept of heat stroke entered public awareness, many who died of the affliction were misclassified as having died from unnatural causes.
All right.
I see. Nice.
Whew. Alright, we can actually hang out with Soji, because we got our kindness maxed out. Oya's available, and nobody cares about that. Mishima's available, nobody cares about him either. Oh my gosh, I guess it's Soji night. Do we have a Hierophant? We do, we have Daisoju. It's convenient, because it's Daisoji. I don't know. I don't know, Vex. Lois and I were talking about, we gotta figure it out. We keep talking about it and get distracted by other things. I'll talk to her about scheduling, actually scheduling one, so we can get one on the books. Cause yeah, like, when I start getting them going, I need to update the link on the Twitch page, because right now it's the last year's. But I don't want to suffer. Suffering sounds no bueno. Does Soji even have a target for us? Do we change the dude's heart? I can't remember. We might. I didn't think we did. I don't remember. What should I do with that man? Ugh, my head hurts. Should be able to help him with my level of kindness. Look like you have something to say. Let's do this, Soji. Let's help him out.
All right, then.
Oh, guess there's no point in worrying. Help me clean up. That's right. Yeah, like, I'm perfectly fine doing it. Like, I'm Danganronpa has been on my list of games to play for a very long time. Do I still have a sticky note? Where are all my sticky notes? Oh no! Where'd all my sticky notes go? Rip. I used to have a bunch of. They weren't like real sticky notes. They were computer sticky notes. But I had a list of every game that people had ever recommended to me on it, and Danganronpa was pretty high up on the list because it was pretty early on. Like, I say every game, it wasn't every single game, because some of them were ones I'd look at and be like, no. I guess even then, I guess it wasn't. I stopped keeping track at some point. It was ones where, like, people suggested them as things I should consider doing on YouTube. So it was ones from comments and stuff like that, or from here, but HuniePop can't do that on Twitch guys. Can we do a private Discord stream for that one? Futaba, what's wrong? It's not like you to come here this late. Look, Sojiro. Uncle's bank info, transaction history, credit details. Got tons of dirt on him.
How'd you get your hands on this stuff?
Hacking, of course. Uncle's in loads of debt. He'll never win a suit against us now that we have all this data. Illegally obtained.
It's a criminal offense, you idiot. There's no way we'd be able to use this stuff in court.
But...
Jeez. I've known all along how badly in debt he is. He's not gonna try and take custody back, so don't go doing stupid crap like this, okay?
But Sojiro! I only did it because of all that stuff he said to you.
About that. I've been thinking. When push came to shove, I wasn't there to help you. So, you know, maybe there's somewhere better for you out there.
Somewhere better? Soji? Am I not supposed to be here? Am I just in the way? Soji, look what you did!
No, that's not it.
You don't want me either, Sojiro? Oh, God. Futaba, no. My heart. Look what you did, Sojiro.
That's not what I meant. Just think it might be better for your own sake.
Fine. Still have Akira and Mona and all the others. You can just stay here and play with your stupid coffee beans. That's my room. That's my room.
She likes you guys way more than she likes me. Makes sense, though. You're the ones who saved her, after all. Where did I go wrong? Huh? I did try to care for Futaba. Look where that got me, though. Told myself she was the reason I kept making Wakba's curry here. But deep down, I think that was just an excuse to stay distant. At the end of the day, the coffee and the curry people love so much are both just excuses.
I mean, they're still tasty. But, you know, you might be right.
Yeah.
I mean, oh! This guide said there was supposed to be 3, not 2. Guide is wrong. Heh. I don't blame you, Panic. I wouldn't have issue with you doing it as long as you gave me the heads up. You should put like a rating tag on it, it'd be fine.
Spent more time in this cafe than I ever did trying to talk to Futaba. Gonna go out for a smoke, try to cool off a bit. Sorry to lay this on you, but can you go after Futaba for me?
Maybe that's what we should do. Is if we raise enough, we can make Bubbles have to play Honey Pop. I have to do it in the Discord server for obvious reasons, but see if it makes Bubbles all awkward. Shit, upstairs. Hey, Futaba. Kira. You okay? Wanna talk? Yeah, thanks. You know, Mom used to talk about Sojiro tons when I was little. How good he was at making curry, how interesting he was to talk to. I remember everything. I'll talk to Bubbles about that when we're on our way to grab dinner. That Vex wants us to figure out dates for Strems, and that Panic wants to watch her play Honey Pop. I remember everything. You remember how she smiled when she talked about him. Mom really liked Sojiro. Said some real mean stuff tonight. It's not his fault Mom's accident happened. It's not his fault I shut myself away from the world. Because of me, Sojiro lost a crap ton of money. Just thought I'd be able to stay here with him if my hacking worked. They're so cute. I love them so much. You should tell him that. Yeah, you're right.
Futaba, can I come in?
Mm-hmm. Sojiro,
Look, I'm sorry about what I said just now. And well, if it's okay with you, I want you to stay here forever.
Forever?
I know it might be more fun living with people your age like Akira, but I'll do my best to see things from your perspective. So, will you stay with me?
Is that supposed to be some kind of proposal?
Hey! Quit your laughing. You're as exhausting as ever.
Hey, Sojiro. I love them so much. I know I've caused you a lot of trouble, but I really do want to be here. So let's keep living together.
Futaba.
Sorry for not saying that sooner. Oh, and thanks for taking in someone as horrible as me. Coffee Dad is great.
Are you sure I'm good enough?
I don't want anyone else. Also, I would just like for the next one, instead of having to have a confidant or a social link that is, you know, adopted dad, we can have like the protagonist actually have a stable family. Like just as a change of pace. Just as a change of pace.
No hesitation. Come complain to me if you regret it.
No? Alright. I'm sorry.
Actually, I'm not gonna let you regret it. If you ever need help, just tell me. Might not be graceful, but I'll be there to protect you.
Same last name as you? I mean, sure. But like, if all of their friends just referred to them by their given names, then they could, and you wouldn't have to. Like, if nobody actually referred to them by their last name, then it'd be easy, and it wouldn't have any impact on that. But what if instead of we just made it so that they're not in high school? How about that? What if we made the protagonists college aged? Talk to your teachers. Do they? Soji never goes to talk to my teachers.
Need help.
Oh. Ooh. Okay, Bubble's leaving work now. So. Sure, he did the day before we went to school. Did Persona 5 Dad do it? I lost his name. Whatever.
And you can stay with me for as long as you'd like. Forever if you want.
Mm-hmm, I will. Forever. Can't wait to keep sort of living with you too, Akira. I'm only here for the year. Don't worry, I'm off probation. Ah! It's almost time for the live stream. Director's gonna be on this week. Out of here, bye.
Such a fool. My whole life I've taken the easy way out to avoid these kinds of conflicts. I didn't stand up for Walkabout when I knew something was off. I didn't stand up for you either. Instead, I went on and on about how you can't fight back against the laws of our society. How you should just accept the hand you're dealt in life. But those were mere excuses I made to keep myself in line. Gave me the easy way out I wanted so badly. Maybe instead of all that coffee crap, I should have been teaching you not to make the same mistakes I did. Ooh! But if you... The reason these guys have to keep going to the school the day before is because we've moved to a new place and don't go to that school already. Whereas if we were already at that school, we wouldn't have to go talk to them. There I go, ranting again. But I feel like I managed to put a lot behind me today.
Thanks.
Thanks for making me realize what's really important in life. Oh, Sojiro. Oh, Sojiro.
All right.
I'm going home.
Right, better head home too. Don't stay up too late, okay? I want you oversleeping. My kindness grew 3 points that day. Okay, can we talk about how dumb it is that they're like, you have to have max kindness to have this conversation with Sojiro. But now that you've had it, have 3 more points of kindness. That's just rude. Hey, you good to talk? Talk to Futaba again after that. Don't know how it took me so long when we've been so close, but I finally had an honest conversation with her. How do I say this? Feels like we're a real family now, not just pretending to be one. That's only because you helped us connect. So, thanks for that. Do you feel like a real dad now? Are you a real dad now? Real dad, huh? Sounds corny, but I can't deny it. Being an adult means you have to talk to other adults, some of which will not be your friends. So if you want your real parents' persona, you go choosing the family name of your tag. I see your point, but I feel like there'd be some workaround. Right? It'd have to be. What am I doing? Calling some guy up and rambling about my feelings. I guess you're not exactly an ordinary guy yourself. Alright, hanging up while I still got some dignity. See you tomorrow.
Oh, Sojiro.
Please don't be a cutscene. No, whoa, 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 whoa. If these are doing it, then shouldn't be a problem. Really though, who are they? Who are the Phantom Thieves? Met them, it would be love at first sight. Unless you met Ryuji. What are you waiting for? Hurry up and do it already. Just do it! Do it! Heroes have an obligation to rescue the weak. Oh, you sweet summer children. Alright. We're gonna go... Let's see. Where are these text messages from? Okay, so... Yusuke and Takame. We're gonna go buy our yakisoba pan while thinking about it. Yakisoba pan for the win!
What do you want?
And then Yusuke, Takame. Looks like we'll be hanging out with Yusuke, but I think we're gonna do that next time. Bubbles texted me that she's leaving work, so I need to get ready to go so we can. Since she's running a bit later than we planned on, we'll have to rush out of here to go get our food. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for watching today. As always,
It's greatly appreciated. As I said earlier, unfortunately, I don't think there's going to be any... We're not going to be able to have any daytime streams next week. Because I have to go back. I have to go into the office next week. So, and the week after that, we'll see. It all depends on how much work I get done this next week and what work I still need to do next week. What time my hearings are and everything. This week just happened to be such that all of my hearings were done like at 1 by 1. So that's why we were able to do this. So we'll see what next week holds. We have a couple people in here. I'm gonna send you guys to a friend of mine. You like this format? What do you mean this format? The 3 hours in the day, 3 hours at night? Get done way faster? I know. And that's why I'm like, when we can do it, I'm gonna try and do it. Which means I have to bust my butt during the week. During the weeks that I'm in the office to make sure I've got time. But again, it's all depend on you know, when things get scheduled. I only have so much sway over how the court schedules things. But I agree, I like it too. It gives me flashbacks to the good old days where I was working part-time and had time in the middle of the day to do recordings and such. But anyway, like I said, we're gonna do a raid. Gonna raid a friend of mine from Extra Life. He's playing some Sea of Thieves. So hopefully y'all can pop in there, throw some hammers around. Let him know that the jury has arrived. Just show him some support. He's a good guy. But yeah. Thank you all so much for watching this, and until next time, ladies and gentlemen, this stream is adjourned. Good night, everybody.